What does the most expensive hotel in Tokyo look like? Today, I'm going to review the first urban hotel created by Aman, which operates only private luxurious resorts. What's up guys, this is DDN. Aman. For hotel lovers, it's one of the ultimate dream destinations. Since opening its first property in Phuket, Thailand in 1988, Aman has continued to build ultra-luxury resorts aimed at a very small, very wealthy clientele. Each resort averages only about 50 rooms and nearly 6 staff members per room, and most properties are built in remote natural locations. Thanks to this identity, Aman created a trend where the hotel isn't a place you stay during your trip. Aman itself becomes the purpose of the trip. Then in 2014, after nearly 30 years of focusing on nature-centered retreats, Aman finally entered the city. Aman Tokyo, which I'm introducing today, is where Aman opened its first downtown hotel. Aman Tokyo is located in the Otemachi district right next to the Imperial Palace north of Tokyo Station. It is one of Tokyo's representative centers of media and economy, and a place where the city's expensive hotels are gathered. Aman Tokyo occupies the top 6 floors of the 38-story Otemachi Tower, and my first impression felt less like arriving at a hotel and more like showing up for a business meeting. I finally arrived at the welcome lobby on the first floor. If you came by car, this is the first area you'll encounter. It uses traditional Japanese paper called washi and wooden furniture, giving it the feel of a traditional Japanese home. After confirming your reservation inside, you take an elevator that is also decorated in a traditional Japanese style, up to the 33rd floor where the main hotel lobby and check-in area are located. It was only when I reached the hotel lobby that it truly felt like I had arrived at Aman. They opened up the entire central highest floors of this incredibly expensive Tokyo landmark and turned it into a huge atrium. With the floor arranged like a grid using dark brown square marble tiles, the walls toned down with darker colors to create contrast in light and shadow, and the ceiling decorated with bright Japanese washi paper. It feels as if I have suddenly transcended time and space after being in Tokyo, one of the busiest cities in the world. Although it's an indoor space, it's styled like a Japanese garden, with a pond, flowers, and stones. Minimalist props that match the space are placed throughout to elevate the atmosphere. There's also a raised wooden pathway that looks like a fashion runway. It serves as the boundary for the restaurant area, and traditional Japanese instrument is performed here. Check-in takes place on the sofas here, and I'm served a wet towel and a simple welcome drink. Aman Tokyo's smallest room is already 71 square meters, which is nearly twice the size of a standard hotel room. There are 3 types of regular suites and 4 types of signature suites, but Aman Tokyo itself is so incredibly expensive that I booked the cheapest Deluxe Suite. I visited on a day when the price dropped to around $1,720 per night, but since I booked through Amex Platinum FHR, my room was upgraded to the Grand Suite. Thanks to that, the room I will show you today is the Grand Suite at Aman Tokyo. The Grand Suite is 141 square meters, and you can think of it as 2 regular suites combined. First, on the left side of the room is the bedroom. The room uses light wood tones on the floor and walls, minimizes artificial decoration, and creates a Japanese Zen aesthetic, just like being in a luxurious Japanese ryokan. Except for the round table by the window, all the furniture and even the bedside lamps have rectangular and linear shapes, and the bathroom door decorated with washi paper completes the Japanese style design. Around the bed, neatly aligned tatami is laid out, and the area with the bed and the area by the window are set at different levels, with a storage unit placed between them to clearly divide the space. Even the window frames match the color scheme, and the window side sofa space, with added wood patterns on the wall panels, brings depth to a bedroom that could otherwise look plain. The rooms at Aman Tokyo offer either a west-facing view of the Imperial Palace or an east-facing city view. Rooms with a west-facing view, overlooking the lush palace grounds and the sunset, are more expensive. The room I stayed in had a city view, and being on a high floor with an unobstructed view, it really gives you a sense of Tokyo City. If you open the sliding door next to the bedroom, you'll find the bathroom. The part of the bathroom closest to the room has a sink and a toilet. Further inside, there's a very spacious bathtub and a separate shower booth. The entrance area uses the same stone and wood as the bedroom, giving it a bright look, while the bathtub area is finished with darker stone, creating a much more relaxing atmosphere. Rather than just a bathtub, it feels more like a private ryokan, just for myself. Additionally, the bathroom floor is heated, so stepping out of the bath feels really comfortable. Bathroom amenities are provided by Aman itself. They include a toothbrush, toothpaste, shaving kit, foam towels, and even an emergency flashlight. If you book Aman Tokyo standard suites, such as the Tokyo Suite, Deluxe Suite, or Garden View Suite, the bedroom area is almost identical to what you just saw. The Grand Suite, however, has an additional living room the same size as the bedroom across from it. The living room is decorated in the same style as the bedroom, but instead of a bed, there's a dining table for 4 in the center. The shape is slightly different, but near the windows there's a sofa and table set up in a similar way, making it a great space for a group of people to spend time together. Additionally, hidden within the wall is a small workspace instead of a bathroom, and it even has a separate toilet. This allows the bedroom and living room to be completely separated, so you can distinguish between spaces for relaxing, socializing, resting and working, which is one of the unique advantages of the Grand Suite. At the back there is a countertop and sink that are perfect for placing food, though you cannot cook here. Inside the cabinet there is a minibar, which includes basic tea sets and cups, a coffee capsule machine, and an electric kettle. For latte lovers, there is also an Nespresso Aerochino, which will be a pleasant surprise. The welcome chocolates and snacks prepared on the table are also beautifully arranged. In addition, the bedroom is equipped with a Bermuda speaker, welcome snacks, and an ice container, all designed to match the room's aesthetic. All drinks in the fridge, except alcoholic beverages, are complimentary. The room design intentionally leaves a lot of empty space, but the potted plants and decorative items placed throughout look very stylish. You can also feel thoughtful hospitality in details like the paper given as a souvenir and the umbrella placed in the spacious entrance area. When talking about healing, we cannot leave out the spa. Aman Spa goes beyond just massages and can be thought of as including the pool. It is located on the 34th floor, 1 level above the lobby. The spa pool with 2-story high glass walls stretches 30 meters in length. It is called a spa pool because the water is warm. Meditative music plays in the pool area, so this is not a typical swimming pool for playing in the water. It is a space to unwind in warm water, relax on a bed, read a book, or take a nap, a place purely for healing. Once you take your seat, the staff will prepare dried fruits and drinking water for you. If you come at night, the lighting is beautiful, giving the space a much calmer atmosphere. Compared to the spa pool at Aman, New York, another urban Aman hotel, the windows are larger and the space feels brighter. It is a bit of a shame that it lacks some of the sacred feeling unique to Aman, but it is a quiet and comfortable pool for relaxation. The fitness center is well equipped with techno gym machines. It is interesting that the foam rollers are Aman branded. Breakfast is included in all reservations at Aman Tokyo. Breakfast is served on the 33rd floor at Arva, where you can choose between Japanese and Western style. Fruits, yogurt, granola, bread, juice, Hokkaido jam, and butter are provided as standard. You can also choose 2 types of egg dishes or side dishes. At Aman, New York, unlimited a la carte options were available, but breakfast at Aman Tokyo is somewhat limited in quantity. Other dining options include the lobby lounge next to Arva called The Lounge. You can stop by for a cup of tea while visiting Aman Tokyo, and personally, I found the udon here really delicious. I had it through room service since my reservation included a $100 dining credit. At first, it tasted a little bland, but the more I ate it, the more delicious it became. It became my best udon ever, and next time I go to Tokyo, even if I do not stay at Aman, I will probably come back just for the udon. Besides udon, I also went to the cafe by Aman outside Otemachi Tower for the lunch course. It costs about $48 per person and includes soup, appetizer, main course, dessert, and tea. Not only was the taste good, but I felt the value for money was quite reasonable. In the evening, there is also the Japanese restaurant Musashi, which serves omakase. I arranged for a late checkout and used the remaining credit the next day for lunch via room service. I had a Japanese-style lunch, and the composition and taste were really good. I think I would have been even more satisfied if I had chosen Japanese breakfast instead of Western, and there is always a pleasant little event when checking out from Aman. At Aman Tokyo, you even receive a leather luggage tag with Aman Tokyo on it, marking the end of the stay. Tokyo is now one of the most expensive cities in the world for hotel stays. Top 5-star hotels range from $700 to $1,000 per night in the off-season. If you add another $700, that's the price range of Bulgari Tokyo and Janu Tokyo, Aman's lifestyle brand. Add $700 on top of that, and you reach the price of Aman Tokyo. So, is it worth paying that price to stay at Aman Tokyo? Personally, I thought it was extremely expensive before staying, and even after the stay, I still thought, for this price, I could just stay 2 nights at another 5-star hotel in Tokyo. Of course, that doesn't mean the stay itself was unsatisfactory. With the huge room, delicious meals, swimming, working out, and bathing, it was like relaxing in the middle of the city. However, I don't think it delivered a level of wow factor that justifies the cost. Personally, if the rate were in the high $600 range, I would say it's worth experiencing at least once, but the current lowest price for a standard room is over $2,000 per night. I don't think the experience is worth more than $2,000. I would only recommend it to people who can spend $2,000 as easily as they would spend $200. That said, the lobby space is stunning and the dining excellent, so I highly recommend going to the lounge next to the lobby to enjoy a delicious bowl of udon and a cup of tea. This was DDN. Thank you.